Hello, good day everyone. I am currently on Vancouver Island. I just got here last night. I took a ferry and camped at a Costco parking lot last night because my ferry was late. I just pulled into a little dispersed campsite for the night. I'm actually spending next week in a real campground, so there's gonna be a lot of people around, generators running and stuff like that, so I just wanted one quiet night to myself. I've been to this site before. It's really beautiful. It's in the mountains and there's a nice little creek running right by where I managed to park. I spent the summer in the prairies in Saskatchewan, and then for the past 3 weeks I've been slowly making my way to the west coast, and eventually I will head south to California for the winter. I've been doing a lot of driving, so I just want to go get my bike out, shake out my arms a little bit and get some blood moving. I'm probably just gonna stick to some forest roads. I don't think there are really any bike trails or hiking trails where I am, nothing that's maintained. So yeah, I just want to get moving. If you stick around at the end of the video, I'll show you my method of loading my bike back into my van. But let's get going. It's a beautiful day. I've got lots of daylight and it's not raining for once out here on Vancouver Island. You can see where I unloaded my bike is very soft and my wheels are sinking in, and so that's just another little challenge I have getting around these campsites, but I love it. I'd rather be out here dealing with some soft sand than in a real campground with asphalt as a campsite. Alright, as you can see, I'm on my bike. This is the pedal version of the Bowhead. It's called the Bowhead RX. It has 2 batteries under the seat, one on each side here, and it has a motor with e-assist. You might have seen other videos where I have a similar version to this bike, but it's just all electric with a throttle. I am traveling with this bike for the next 6-7 months. I just prefer it to the electric bike because I want to get some exercise. Just on the forestry road here, heading that way, but just wanted to take this little view in. One of the reasons I brought my pedal bike with me this winter is so that I can go do a forestry road and get exercise. I think when I'd ride my electric bike out here, I'd kind of feel like a goof, especially on like paved or crushed rock bike trails. I'd just be zooming along. But at least I'm getting exercise this way, and it's nice and quiet too. The electric bike is very loud. I'm just a kilometer or so down the road and there's another little camp spot I've stayed at before, but it's very sheltered. It's in the trees and it's been so cloudy I need all of the solar charge I can get, so I parked in a different spot with a bit more of a clearing. But it's neat to see how this spot has evolved since I was here last. Oh, it's so neat. Somebody has left little messages on rocks. Pick up your trash. I like that message, yes. That way spots like this don't get shut down. Keep on living. All right. But There's about 10 beautiful spots like this along the forest road. We really are lucky to still have these available for free camping. I'm about 11 kilometers into my bike ride and found a lovely little clearing here where you can see just how calm the day is. It's so quiet out. I actually feel bad talking on video right now. That's the 7th waterfall I've seen on my route today. As a prairie girl, I definitely appreciate any sort of fast-flowing body of water. Well, I made it back to my van, which is always a huge relief on a solo ride. It means I didn't have a breakdown that I couldn't fix, and it means I didn't get stuck on a trail in a bad position that I couldn't get myself out of. So yay, a successful ride, had some fun times exploring, and it's just such a calm, beautiful day. But now I'm gonna jump off the bike and show you how I load it back into the van. I've got things mostly set up here. I've got the bike lined up. I've got these ramps, and I will be using this winch that is mounted underneath my bed to load the bike and do the lifting. These ramps are made from a vinyl fence post. I've added a link for the fence post that I bought from Home Depot in the description of this video, but really any fence post would do, and it's pretty sweet that for under $50 I was able to build this ramp system. I had my friend Tyler, who has a table saw, help me out with this. We just cut the fence post in half, and then each of those two pieces we cut in half lengthwise. You can use these ramps with a channel, which is helpful, but I like to be able to steer my bike as it's going up, so I use it with the flat surface on top. As I back up this bike, the hand cranks will actually move, and they'll actually get higher, which would make it harder to fit under my bed. I'd have to have my bed really high. So the best way I've found to contend with that is to actually remove the chain. That makes the crank stop moving when it backs up. My Bowhead RX has a derailleur that can be locked into the forward position. So I simply press it forward, and then there's a button that will hold it. This puts slack on the chain, and so I can simply remove it, and it rests gently on the frame of my bike. I have everything lined up, and now that the cranks don't move when I wheel it backwards, I just attach the cable from the winch to the very front of my bike. The winch is controlled by Bluetooth using my phone, so that means my hands are free and I can make slight adjustments to the direction of the bike as it's rolling up the ramp. Once the bike is fully in the garage, I store my ramps to the left, and then I secure the bike with a little ski strap here on the tire. I just wrap it around, and therefore the bike does not move when I'm driving. I've worked up a bit of an appetite, so I'm gonna go make some supper and enjoy this beautiful camp spot that I have for the night. So until next time, keep it wheel. I know that mechanical things like the electric winch could break down. Maybe I don't have power. Even just last week it actually stopped working and I had to rip it all apart and go internally and find a limit switch that was stuck. So I always want to have a backup in case the electric winch isn't working. So my backup that I carry with me is one of these. It's just kind of a ratchet style thing, so when I pull down on it, it actually won't unwind backwards. So I could pull on it and it'll stop there and the bike will not go down the ramp. I attached the carabiner to that silver hook at the end of my bed, and it really just acts like the winch and it won't allow the bike to roll back down the ramps. I still much prefer using the winch, but this is a really good backup in a pinch. What I found difficult was that I had to push the bike, and so then my hands weren't free to direct the front wheels and make sure the bike was going up straight. If I were to make this my regular method for loading the bike, I would put some foam blocks in the front end so that the wheels can't turn. If you found any of this information useful, or you just enjoyed coming along on the adventure with me today, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe. There'll be plenty more adventures coming up.